Micah, you make a catch against LSU, convert a third down, break a tackle. When you get up from that play, what's happening in your mind?
Was just ready to go. It was the first drive, so I was excited for the rest of the game. Things didn't go our way, but it's good to get that confidence for myself, and then hopefully everybody else could have that confidence in me as well.
There was another third down and long, I believe, 8 or 9 that you caught as well. How much more can we expect that kind of production from you and the offense in future games?
Oh yeah, that's one thing we worked on today a lot. We had a good third down period where we just worked different distances and just calling different plays so we can execute them and just get open and keep those drives alive.
What did you learn from the LSU game that will benefit you, not just against Utah, but for the rest of the season?
I think just being a little more patient. I don't want to say the speed of the game got us, but sometimes we felt rushed and just trying to just make things happen on our own when, Coach Kalani was saying just do your 1/11th, do your part, and then it'll look so much better. So that's one thing we have to just do, just take it one play at a time, do your part, and then we'll be fine.
Kalani was pretty frank about needing the offense to be better. What's the attitude and conversation like as you guys hopefully embrace that idea, right?
Yeah, we for sure need to step it up. Kind of left our defense out there hanging. Playing 40 minutes, of the game, so that was really tough on them, and they did a great job. It's been a lot of positive vibes though. Even throughout the game, we know it was tough, but it was positive vibes because we were just down 14-0 coming back out, so we knew that we could make things happen. So then, just now it's just positive vibes throughout practice and just taking each period, with the utmost focus.
What kind of challenge do you expect from Utah's defense on Saturday when they come to Provo?
It'll be similar to what we saw with LSU and even Portland State. A lot of man coverage, a lot of man press. They'll bring a lot of blitzes. So, it's good that we saw that the first 2 weeks, and and just even throughout spring ball and fall camp, our DBs we press a lot. So it's good to get that as well. I think we'll be in good shape after playing against two teams that were physical at the line of scrimmage and want to harass you during your routes. So I think we'll be fine.
You've been here a couple of years. What are your thoughts on the BYU-Utah rivalry?
Oh, it's great. First year we played them in the bowl game in Vegas, so that was my first encounter. And then last season, playing them at Rice Eccles, so it was great. And I'm excited to be able to play in it and experience it, because when I talk to the guys like some of the seniors, Fred, Tijon, Tooney, they always say you just have to play in it to really fully understand it. So looking forward to I know some guys over there, some of my friends, so it'll be fun.
Who do you know over there?
Just a couple of their cornerbacks and one of their running backs, so it'll be fun.
From high school?
Nah, just being out here, just okay. Utah.
Training during the off season and stuff?
No, just mutual friends. You come across just different paths and stuff. Like some of the guys, Dines from out here, Riley Burt. So just hanging with them, you just cross paths.
Do you shut it down in terms of like joking around and trash talking and things like that with those guys, with your friends that are on the other side during this week, or does it escalate for you? I
wouldn't say it escalates. I won't really talk trash or anything. It's, we're friends, but it's game week. During the game, I don't really know them, so just do our best to execute and just hopefully come up with the W.
Do you have a mouthpiece in during the game?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So are you, after you make a catch or something, or a good block, are you catching your breath, or are you saying something to the guy just to have some fun there?
I usually catch my breath, to be honest. I'll just head back to the huddle. I don't know. It depends, I guess. It depends, but mostly just catching the breath, going back to the huddle, getting ready for the next play.
You have had a conversation with Tanner Mangum this week at some point, like, hey, remember how I caught 2 passes on third down and converted them into first downs?
You can do that again if you'd like, Tanner.
Nah, none of that. None of that. We all just have to be better. Just from the beginning of the game to the end. So, this week we're just focusing on executing, understanding the game plan, so that when Saturday comes around, it's just like how it's been in practice. So, we'll be ready. Coach Denver's getting us ready. Coach Cahoon, Coach Sataki had a big focus on us today at practice, so we'll be fine.
Why do you think that is, that what we've seen and what you've been doing in practice hasn't necessarily translated like you've wanted yet into the games?
I don't know. It's a little difficult at the beginning of the season, as you could think, just because we're going off of last year's film. On Portland State, we did that. LSU, we did that, and a lot of what we saw was the same, but it's still different. So, having a game this season from with Utah, I think we should understand some things a little better, understand their personnel a little better, what they can do the best, what they don't do as well, and just be able to execute better.
I'm always interested in the psychological warfare that accompanies a team after a certain week, because in football it's a week-to-week thing. You lose 27-0 to LSU, but that's one of the premier programs in the country, and my opinion, the caliber of athlete that LSU has, you probably won't see the rest of the year. So in some way, can that be advantageous to you mentally, knowing that, look, we've faced this, we had moments of success against that, and now we got to move forward?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but we play a lot of good teams this season, and we're just taking it 1 week at a time. We don't want to say, okay, that's the best we saw. Now the next teams won't be as good. We don't want to say that, because you just don't know. Everybody improves each week, so we're just taking it with the utmost focus, and just taking it one day at a time, and just getting the quality reps at practice, so that Saturday is easy for us.
Were you a quarterback in high school?
Sure was. Yeah.
So did you play wide receiver at all growing up?
A little bit in middle school, but then once, I think it was 8th grade, I kind of played quarterback primarily. And then it carried all the way through senior year. Had one play at receiver, though. It was my senior year.
And that prepared you for FBS. What's the transition been like, and how does having been a quarterback help you on the field? Like, kind of cool was a high school quarterback. That I imagine that helped him on the back end.
Yeah, I know that for sure helped Kai, and shout out to Kai for making it on the Browns. Love that dude here. Whenever I was on defense, we were roommates in away games and stuff. So glad to see him being successful. But yeah, I know that helps me, because I can see coverages pretty quick when I'm lining up out there, and just kind of helps me understand where I need to be and where Tanner's expecting me to be. So yeah, that for sure helped me.
Has the game slowed down for you?
Yeah, it has.
How?
Just once you get a few plays out there, it's just like, okay, you just take a deep breath, and it's like, okay, it's just football now, Because, yeah, that first play I went in for LSU, and I'm just kind of looking. I'm like, okay, yeah, the ball's coming. Make the catch.
Don't worry about yak.
Yeah. So, yeah, once you kind of get that first catch, first hit, then it's like, all right, nerves are gone. It's just playing pitch and catch now.
Is Margin Hook still breaking down anything and everything that you do from a coaching mentality?
Any and everything. Calls me at any time of the day, texts me any time of the day. Will send me videos of what he's doing with his guys back home in Texas, and it's like, okay, yeah, put this in your route, put that in your route. So it's good to have him helping me, though. He's been a huge help, and I've also been working with a couple other guys as well.
Martin had an 80-yard touchdown catch against Utah. Did you know that?
Did not know that. I didn't know he had speed like that.
So over under 2.5 targets for you Saturday.
Hopefully over. We'll see how the flow of the game goes. But yeah, as a receiver, we all want the ball every play. So that's just our personality.
Saving the day for BYU Sports Nation interviews, and also on Third Down, Micah Simon. Thanks for the time, man.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
2-on-1 BYU football all access with Micah Simon, BYU sophomore receiver. He feels like things will start to click against Utah, and understandably they need to if BYU has any chance of changing the way things have been the last 6 matchups.